penalty money. Stay with us. Back right after this. To get out of a car lease, but a service called lease transferring may be able to reduce that cost. Joining me now to explain how it works is Sergio Stieberman, president of LeaseTrader.com. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
So what happens here? You get somebody who is doing pretty well and goes out of their way and goes out and leases, say, a Mercedes S55 or something, and then all of a sudden something goes awry and they don't have the money for it anymore and they're stuck with the car.
Well, there's a lot of circumstances. That could be one of them. You also have, people that just want to change. You have individuals that are looking to move out of the city that they're in, changing jobs, downgrade, upgrade. You have pretty much every instance. We find out the consumers nowadays want options, and our service is perfect for them.
Let's talk about that, because if people think they're pretty much locked into a lease, whether it's 3, 4, 5 years, whatever it happens to be, how do you get out of it?
Well, it works the following way. Leasing companies nowadays are working through our process, and what we do is we will advertise a vehicle for the person wanting to get out. We find a credit qualified consumer who wanting to take over. We put them in contact. They meet, they talk, and then we go ahead and we transfer the lease from one person to the other.
And the leasing companies are fine with this? They actually...
Most major companies are working with us. You have companies like GMAC, you have companies like Lexus, you have companies like BMW, Toyota, and they're all part of our program, so we're happy to assist all of those customers.
But they have final say over approval of whether or not the new person actually gets to take the lease over?
Absolutely, yeah, they get to decide. Once we introduce, or we give them the buyer and the seller and the process, they get to decide who, if they accept the person or not. But, our pre-qualification is pretty strict, so in all likelihood they are going to be accepted.
And does this have to be done with a person that holds the lease and a person that wants the lease within a geographic area? Can people do this across the country? How does it...
No, LeaseTrader, we have a lot of services. We do have a lot of services for individuals that want to do cross-country transfers. You have people in California that want to transfer to Florida. You have people from Florida that want to transfer to California. So we provide them with inspection services. We provide them with transportation quotes and so on.
So the step-by-step is really, if you want to get out of a lease, the first thing you do is you post it. Do you register with you? How does the transaction work?
What you want to do first is you definitely want to call your leasing company, make sure that they support our program. Once you call them and they give you the thumbs up, you go ahead and you call us, or you go online to LeaseTrader.com and you list your vehicle's information there. It's pretty straightforward. You list the vehicle information, you list the lease terms, and after that we take care of everything for you.
And what are the transaction fees like? Who picks up the tab for that?
We charge the person getting out an advertising cost, which ranges around $79, and then we charge a service fee once the transfer takes place of about $149.
And they get out from under their lease that way?
They're done with their contract, that's it.
How'd you come up with an idea like this?
Back in 1998, I was in a situation myself where I wanted out of a lease. And, of course, I do like millions of people do. You go to a dealership, you say, here, I have this lease, I want out. And the dealer pretty much told me, it costs you $14,000 to get out. So, at that point, I said to myself, listen, I couldn't accept the answer, number one. I had no choice at the time. And I said there had to be a lot of people like myself out there. And there's got to be something that we can do about it. So, that's where LeaseTrader was created.
Some way to find a way out for all these people who, a year or two into a lease want to get out of it before year 4 or 5.
That's right, that's right.
All right, very interesting. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Sergio Stieberman, president of LeaseTrader.com. And that's going to do it for this edition of Bloomberg Personal Finance. I'm Lane Bajardi. Thanks for joining us, and enjoy the rest of your weekend.